Welcome to the second session. We are not live yet, but I just want to say welcome. We're going to start about 5 7 minutes. We had an early session that just ended, and we are about to continue next one. But welcome and welcome to a life transforming session. We appreciate you and your patience. If you need water, there's water at the back. Just let any of the ushers know you can get water. At the end of the event, you're going to get your takeaway pack. This is going to be feeding engagement on your way out down the path. You're going to have a life transforming engagement. For those of you who are not done, we have a free medical set that goes next door. If you've not done it, please do go there and have it free. Eye test, blood test, sugar level. It's just the next door here, please. Feel free, walk there, go in there and have it based on the prompts of all the ushers. Welcome. We'll start soon. Thank you for your patience. My name remains now your chief host. I welcome you to this epoch-making and the pioneer one in the future of work. This is Beyond Work by TERAWORK. My name remains Charles today. Today I'm motivating and carrying you along. I also recognize the presence of our special guests. Sailor King is the house. Sailor King, please, this way. Not to use the wrong words. French English. Inca Davis, the house. Please. I don't think ever attended an event like this before, because it's the first of its kind around this part. We're trying to find out from your point of view, not our point, what is the future of work? So there will be a discussion. So it's not based on what we think, it's based on what we want to say and what you're going to say. So it's what's called collaborative discussion. So welcome. Now, I want to invite, especially the first lady, Dorothy, to welcome us with the anthem. Dorothy, just to go forward. Oh, she's my daughter. If you're still in your medical is okay, well, it's ongoing, so we have to start. And we have less than 45 minutes, 1 hour to conclude this. Dorothy.
Good morning. Good afternoon, everyone. Let's take a look at this. How are you? Supported. We good. I'm so comfortable. Nigeria's cold. To serve our fatherland with love and strength and faith. The labor of our heroes' heart shall never be in vain. To serve with heart and mind, one nation bound in freedom, peace and unity. Just one more.
This session will be a bit different. We're going to tweak it a bit. So we're going to bring some things forward because some people are still in the big town. So we're going to tweak it. I'm going to have Mr. Femi Taiwo to speak with us. He's in the room here. He's not here. And somebody please get him. But before he comes, if he doesn't come now, we're going to move him immediately. And I'll talk about why we are here somehow. Okay. There's this challenge. There's this challenge that I see personally amongst those that are in this space, the creative space. What's the challenge? How do you create a balance between life, your workspace, and your work life? Very big challenge, especially for creative people. And you know the worst part? The exceptionally creative people have the biggest challenge because how do they even balance it? I want to recognize the presence of Mr. Femi Taiwo, who's going to come forward. He's a major host today. Without him, TERAWORK will not be here. He's the CEO of TERAWORk. Good Brandon. Brandon. I told you that next season 2, if I don't have my own like this, there's no season 2. I have practiced it. You guys heard me that I said it here. If I don't have my own branded like this one, not just I will go season 2. You agree with me? Welcome, Mr. Femi Taiwo. So tell us why we are here and the essence of Beyond Work by TERAWORK. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much. My name is Femi Taiwo. I'm thanking everyone for coming around. And sincere appreciation. I know you have to share other things to be here today. I'm not taking that for granted. Myself and I were very grateful and excited to welcome you here to know where we're going to be discussing the Beyond Work by TERAWORK as a space of event that we put together so that we can discuss our discussions around the future of work starting from today. You know, things are changing and the way we used to work before is becoming old school, expiring. And then we have to think and wait and look at new ways that things are done. This is the reality system that happened in 2020. And how do we adapt and how do we take advantage of the opportunity, in the way that what being done? We're here today so that experts can have discussions and collaborate. We will discuss together and do a wonderful movement discussing how we can plug into this thing. For us, the little I would say is that the future of work is about safe and borderless community work. It's no longer restricted within our city, our communities, our town, where we have to commute to work every day and think of transportation for us when I'm going back and forth every day. But the borderless work across the house. For us, we have to think of how talents, freelancers, and creators can leverage doing things that they enjoy doing and they are passionate about doing while getting paid and getting rewarded accordingly. It's all about businesses, not just hiring and managing talents, but rather getting things done. From a single man, one-man business to very large corporates, startups, to tech people and all that. How I take advantage of the way what we've done today to get this done and more importantly to create opportunities for a better or larger society. It's about discussing about technology that we can leverage on platforms where these possibilities can happen. While I could be in the comfort of my house in Lagos, and I'm working with somebody as far as Australia, Israel, or wherever, borderless, and I'm getting paid regardless of what currency they are paying me in. I charge in dollar, I earn in dollar, and then my buyers pay in any currency, from naira to Brazilian rate to India rupees or something to be. This is also about balanced lifestyle, well-being, work-life balance. We work with these two pillars. It's important that we work fully, but it should be a case of while working and dying. It's about balancing things in such a way that I can live from a life in good health to do part of this work. And those are things we're discussing today. So I welcome you to enjoy the flow as we start the event. Thank you so much.
Thank you, boss. Okay, are you guys ready? I know that we insisted that everybody come with this sport. My eyes are going under all the seats. Sure, that's ready. Somebody brought fork and knife and a tray. I don't think that's part of the utensils required to rock the floor. But if you didn't come prepared, take off those shoes. Feel free. We have a nice floor here. We're going to give you a surprise. So we have to. This morning, she nearly killed us. And I begged her, please. No. I begged her that we've done the morning. Some of us are above 50. Please take it easy. Some of you have not done blood pressure checks in the past 5 years. We will have no oxygen masks here. We cannot do evacuation. That's why we said, before you enter here, go there and check if you are capable. If you're not capable, you can't breathe, sit down. Don't overdo the thing or be the exercise. So, let me invite Yinka Davis to take us through, please. Only 5 minutes. No, let's wait. This morning was for your pets. Yes. Beyond, it was beyond table. I want to recognize the presence of Her Excellency Mrs. Titi TERAWORK. The owner of TERAWORK is in the room. But I'm begging you to want to go beyond 7.5. I will pick my microphone back. 7.5 minutes. Do you want 7.5 minutes or 10 minutes? 10 minutes. 10 minutes. We know the backbenchers. Okay, go ahead.
Hello. Everybody, thank you so much for this great honor. We'll continue from where we start. We're still doing that kind of taking you on a journey. Please, DJ. Where you stop, so we can continue on this to the call. This time around, I'm showing you now. This time around, we're going to please stand. And try to make use of the aisles by your side. So you have no. We couldn't even talk about running. Don't be on the table. Yes. I don't go too far. Just go in between. Yes. Okay. Please continue. So you are down. So yes, I'm doing not so but what are down this time around? So let's keep on looking at Victoria. But right now, she's the one that is dancing. Why I told you about it. Please have no space. I keep breathing. Keep breathing. It's just for your side, so you can have. And that's why people sit on your computer all the time. So, I think we're gonna have the blended down and up, down and up, down and up, 1 and up, 2 and up, 3 and up, 4 and up, 5, 6, 7, 8. So take it out right now, shake it up. I think a lot of people are they don't wait. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you, baby. Thank you. Okay, this session is over. Okay. Just so that some people don't have an attack. Let's take 2 minutes break and walk. Also, you're both going to be careful. Let's have some music for like 2 minutes and then we'll continue. Okay, welcome back. My name remains Charles Otudo, and today we are talking about beyond the work, work beyond the workspace. Now, on the screen, we're going to have a mini presentation of why we're here and with the rationale behind Beyond Work by TERAWORK. Thanks to TERAWORK for putting this together and ensuring we can have a discussion that goes beyond creativity, but about staying alive to earn the income that you earn long term. Most of us, we are so focused on the short term and the immediate, we forget that there's a long term. So, the presentation can run, please. Take your time and go to read it, and I can talk to it. This is why we're here. TERAWORK has consistently added value to this sector consistently for the past couple of years, beyond even the essence of where they're in business. So the idea is go beyond where we are to add value to lives and lifestyles. So why beyond work? It's a question that we keep on asking ourselves as TERAWORK. Why? So we're in the business to make money, yes. We created a platform, TERAWORK created a platform that is about exchange of wealth. But beyond this, why are we here? Why are we in existence as TERAWORK? Because it's beyond work. Yes, we have a platform that creates wealth for people, both for the brand as TERAWORK, but also for the freelancers. But beyond that, guess what? This week, on the 6th of September, TERAWORK was announced among the 60 beneficiaries of the very letter. And can you go back? This is auto running. When we listed among the beneficiaries of the Google Black Founders Fund, a brand that is just 3 years old. It will be you next. It could be you next. Next, please. Next slide, please. Let's go. So, why? There are questions we ask ourselves beyond this. So, beyond work is our answer to the questions, very pertinent questions. How do you thrive in a workspace where individuals forget themselves and they just want to create the impossible? If you're into the creative space, you understand how it is. You can paint with just one picture for 3 days before you get to eat. When you're done, you don't look for it's midnight. I've not had papers for what to do that. Those are the creative misunderstandings. Okay? So there are many questions, but the answer is it's going to be in this room. We can give the answer. This is the discussion that we're driving, that we're doing from here. And you, all of us, asking the pertinent questions. Why do you do the things that you do? Why do you do the things you do the way you do it? Why are you in your sector? Somebody told me some years ago, I went to school to study law, to make my mother happy. I gave her this. Once I'm done, I got the money. All I want to do is make some house. I said, wow. A friend of mine went medicine. Spent 7 years after we found medicine. He gave his father a certificate. Guess what he's doing now? He goes back closer. He likes the smell of engine oil and fuel. Can you imagine? So 7 years wasted to prove a point, and that's where the passion comes from. Now, why am I here? I did not read fine arts. I read sociology. I wanted to be a soldier. My father was a soldier. I went to Nigeria Defense Academy, but my story is a long story. I was thrown out. You don't want them to come up with me, so I will not say it here. I wanted to be a soldier, but my family refused me to follow my father's path. So, last option, go to university. we went. I made it third class. I would say third class because we were not interested in being civilians then. But I did it to prove a point. And I finished school, but today I drive a brand that has created one of the most metal brands across Africa. Why? Because my passion is creativity, not doing sociology. So why are you here and why do you do what you do? So at this point, I'm going to hand over this letter microphone to very very cerebral. I respect him a lot because in his own space he has created an economy which all of you can relate to. After he speaks, we will actually the market of this open and then we'll invite interviews to talk. But please feel free, you guys, it's supposed to be interactive. Drop your bomb, ask the questions. We're here to have fun, dance, and then go home. And I hope you had your medical check-up. If you haven't, while we're doing this, you can still go to the behind and do that come back. Say the king is in the house. I'm surprised this thing is going to shout. I want to lie down, like the right thing, lie down, like that's how I'm feeling now. Thank you guys for coming out. I'm so honored to be here. So in the next few minutes, before you guys ask questions, I'm going to speak here. I want to talk about the future of work. But before that, let me just tell you a bit of my story for context. Yeah. So I have a degree in economics, where I'm a content creator now, content strategist, among other things. But if I had known, maybe I would have wasted my time, all those years. So first after I left school, I got a job working in real estate, marketing, and I started to, dabble with content creation. At the time, I didn't know it was content. I was just passionate about teaching and sharing my thoughts, and Instagram was like the easiest way to do it. Sometime in 2018, I just got this bright idea, like, let me do 30 videos in 30 days. I don't know where the idea came from, but I just thought it would be nice. I just wanted to push myself. By the time I still had a job, I had a 9 to 5. And so I started putting out videos every day for a 30-day period. When I started, I was at like 1,500 followers. But I said, if I can just go from 1,500 to 2,000 in this 30-day period, that would be amazing. Like, that would be huge. And in that 30-day period, my followers went from 1,500 to 5,000. So like more than 2. So, of course, that made me learn a very important lesson that, okay, people like what I have to offer, so let me give them more, there's more where it came from. So I kept making videos, I was just having fun with it. It was a hobby, it was a pastime, it was something that I pursued after work. Until sometime later, for the first time, I got an email from a brand that said, Salem, we love your work, how much would you charge to promote, so and so and so. And that's when I got a light bulb moment in my brain, like, charge, like, I can actually charge, like, money, because the only money I ever made in my life was from my salary, so that was very convenient. Of course, it didn't work out, but it just made me know that, okay, this thing I'm doing for free, somebody would actually pay me money for it, and so I embraced it, took it more seriously, I started to make some money. It wasn't much, but it was enough for me to know that it's time for me to leave this job. So I left my job, this content full time, and now we're here. Now, why did I say all of that? Because if somebody had told me years ago, maybe while I was in school studying economics, that one day, I'll be doing welcome to my YouTube channel, and that would be my full-time job and be able to sustain me. And I would have told the person to get out. Like, that's not me, not going to work. And I want everyone who's sitting here to know that a lot of the things we say here today, a lot of the conversations we have to do can and will in some way shape where you're going to be some years from now, right? So it's just so important for us to belong in places like this, to take advantage of the community that we have in places like this. So I'm going to say 5 things about the future of work, and I hope it's be memorable enough for you.
And then if you forget everything I've said, I want you to remember these 5 things. One, the future of work is human. So before you are anything, you're a human being. Before you're a photographer, artist, writer, comedian, whatever it is you're a human being before you are any of those things. And there's this whole hustle culture with young people where we talk about, how you need to go hard. Tell somebody why you're not resting. Like, nah, sleep is for the weak, sleep when we're dead, and stuff like that. You're a human being. And the thing people get wrong is the fact that the healthier you are mentally, physically, emotionally, the more of an impact you can actually make. The more money you can actually make, the more business you can pursue. If you are healthy, because all of us have been there before now, where your body is being inside, and I have to work. And then at some point, your body just entirely breaks down. You can't even do the work. You don't care about anything. The only thing you care about in that moment, like, let my nose just be on blood. Let me breathe. Have you ever had a cold and start thinking about, wow, all those days when I could breathe normally, I didn't appreciate it. Because like your nose is blood and you can't sleep, it just messes your whole day up. So health is so important, and that's something that we need to prioritize, right? Even when we think about work, we need to think about preserving our humanity. Number 2, the future of work is in community, or you can make people around in communities. Has anybody ever heard about Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs? There's some people that went to those schools. Okay, so this whole idea where this psychologist from 100 years ago arranges the most important human things in order of which one is the most important to a man's ability to self-actualize and just have a full life. And the first one on this list is food. The most important is biological needs, food, water, because without that, you won't survive. Second thing, safety and security. Now, what's third on his list of the most important human needs? Love and a sense of belonging. Right? So we all need community. No matter what it is you're trying to do, whether you're trying to get into tech, whether you're trying to do music, or you're trying to, earn in foreign currency, whatever it is, you need to find a community of people who are doing what you need to do, what you're trying to do. It's easier that way. If you try to go at it by yourself, it might take a longer time, or you might never even find solutions. So future work is in communities. Number 3, the future of work is global. So if you're Nigerian, do not think about yourself as just a Nigerian anything, right? You can reach out to people from anywhere in the world. If there's anything that the year 2020 has taught us, the fact that Nigerian talent is able to compete globally, right? I mean, we all see what's happening with Afrobeats, right? We see how Netflix has now come to Nigeria, and less than a year later, Prime Video too has come to Nigeria. A lot of stuff like that is going to happen in the next 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. And as freelancers, as creators, we need to position properly for these opportunities. But we cannot position if we see ourselves as disadvantaged youth who are born in third world Africa, right? Future of work is global. Number 4, the future of work is commercial. So you need to learn to sell yourself. So 30, 40 years ago, if you wanted to put yourself out there, you had to spend a whole lot of money, get in a newspaper or get on TV or stuff like that. But now, all you need to do is in your phone, right? You can build a personal brand and determine how the public perceives you by what you put out on the internet. Low hanging fruit, so easy, right? And finally, the future of work is democratic. What this means is there's equal opportunity for all. If there's everything people know and are good at, they learn, right? It's true that, like I said earlier, it's true that if you're born in Nigeria, you have something of a bit of a disadvantage because there's no lights, internet, constant hammer in the leg, if you're a guy, SARS is stopping you every 2 days. So there's all those things that affect, there's all those disadvantages, but however, we need to see beyond where we are and know that everything that somebody knows, nobody was born any 10,000 USD nobody was born, with, some people were born with talents, but they were not born with the results they have, right? All of that was built over time, one day at a time, 1 week at a time, 1 month at a time, right? So I'll go back to my earlier point again and say, the future is human. If you forget everything, you remember that. Understand that we need to prioritize leisure. A lot of times we work and just use the remaining time we have to rest. But we need to prioritize leisure. We need to prioritize our rest time. We need to prioritize well-being. Make sure that you're scheduling into everything. Make sure you're budgeting even money for your own leisure and your well-being. All right. Thank you so much for listening to me. This is the end of my session. I hope you remember everything. I guess we'll go right to Q&A now. Yeah, thank you.
There's only one step to
You get it.
So I went for an event and we are engaged in officially another meeting. And I walked in and he did a post about meeting here and said, Deep Charles Studio. Wow. When your brand resonates, it resonates. It's not based on the noise you create, it's based on the quality of the work we do. So before I take the Q&As, I want to allow the community manager for TERAWORK to excite you guys a bit and tantalize you a bit with some things that will give you an opportunity to earn some things. Because from the Q&A, we're going to invite the MD, and the CEO of TERAWORK to give us a closing remarks, and then we'll go downstairs. So we'll just do party. DJ, get ready. Not that in the morning. The morning one was genetic illness for 45 minutes of this one. We are ready. We have conserved our energy from after party, not party. The party after the party. We're going to be old. So at this point, we invite the community manager for TERAWORK to take over. Are you guys ready? Okay. The mic is yours.
Thank you very much. I thought you guys clap for me and small. We're happy to see you. Okay, briefly, I just need to set something. Okay, we are going to play a very brief game. We did it in the first session. So, but before that, I want to ask, how many of us here doesn't have the app, TERAWORK mobile app? So we've all downloaded it. Good. So if you guys do want to before, let's bring out our phones. Okay, let's bring out our phone. Let's go on the social media. Let's follow for TERAWORK briefly. So let's go on Instagram. Let's follow TERAWORK. Twitter, then YouTube. That's TERAWORK Nigeria. Let's subscribe on the YouTube channel, please. On YouTube, it's TERAWORK Nigeria. So follow us, follow us now, so you can keep the updates, stuff like that. Let me know when you're done. That's for Twitter, TERAWORK NG, then YouTube, TERAWORK Nigeria, but it's not one word, it's space. And Instagram. I'm sure all of us are following it now. And if you're taking pictures and you're uploading them, please put the hashtag Beyond Work. Let's go on Twitter too. Let's tweet Beyond Work. Let's drag ourselves. See, in a way, I feel like that dragging thing is good. I define the same with dragging for Twitter. Small. Like, make like a blow. As I know blow for good, so make like blow for one. Let me just blow one blow. Any blow like blow. So please, let's just yes, on Twitter, hashtag Beyond Work. Sorry. Check. That's okay. Go ahead. Come on. There is a very, there's a, I think this country, let's say, sorry for the breaking transmission. So now let's go on our browsers and open your this URL menti.com. So we're going to play a very short game. Menti.com or mentimeter.com. There's a prize. Why? Where they are competing? We are giving out. You see, person will give you 13, you find 14, sisters. How far now? So we have prizes for just 3 winners. Menti, menti.com. Not Menti. You say this country, everything and then. So just or you type Mentimeter here. So they put this code. Okay, now put this code 6902029.6. Okay, good. 7 people have joined. 8, 9, 10, 32, 96, 132. 6902029.6. Who cannot see from the back? Anybody like that? Menti.com. So we have a gift for 3 winners. So the game is the questions are simple, but you have to be fast. 69020296. Yes, 69020296. Are we ready? If you have not joined, let me see your hands. Okay, everybody have joined. So we are good to go, right? We are good to go. Okay, good. All right. DJ, I said DJ. Please, let's start. Time is important, and let's go. Okay, one of these is not a feature on the TERAWORK platform. There's Work Store, Promo Store, Play Store, Client Wallet. One of them is not a feature on the TERAWORK platform. Work Store, hands up. Oh, 74 people got it. 4 people. Okay. Chase these 3 people. All right. Question 2. Answer fast to get more points. At what age did Queen Elizabeth ascend the throne? And this is simple now. All of you that are born that time supposed to know this one. 22, 23, 24, 25. So everybody will get this one now. Very simple. Like you say now, you say that time now. You don't forget that hospital, the very hospital. Hey, now. Oh, 18 people. Oh, I don't hold for you. 18 people, I know where they want this to. Okay, that's good. She was 25 when she 25. At 25 years old for this country. We never even know where we go. 9% don't be cool of a whole 25. Some people say, let's go there. Who sang Buga? You see some people will fail out. Just do it. We have Kiss Daniel, we have Correlate Daniel, we have Techno, we have Kiss Daniel. If you are among these 10, please stand up. Wait, sorry. If you don't say that you Correlate, no, stand up. I don't want to appreciate you. Is that why? You say, I think you guys are doing simple question. What is simple? So, okay, now the final one. Okay, not the final one. Question 4. Which of these is not a country in Africa? We have Seychelles, we have Mauritania, we have Mauritius, and just maybe that I want to. So one of them is not a country in Africa. People who feel. Okay, nice. All of you there, I think you've got to make it fine. It's Africa. It's Africa. Okay, let's go to the final question. The question about that, when is democracy day? If anybody fails this one, security, no, they're not going to, you will sleep here. Nigerians, you don't know democracy day. 14 people. What? You too. Honestly, life is not easy as it seems. So obvious, especially in this country. We don't even know. We don't even understand democracy for this country. How one thing do democracy day? Everything now by force. It goes. It's all right, don't worry. One of these days we'll fix that. Okay. And here we have our winner, who is Paige. Nice. Stand up now. Let's clap for this place. That's it. So who the second person 22. Who's 22? Abi, now my eye be paying. Oh, Lauren, please, who is Lauren? Let's put a hand here for her. Let's see you now, fine face. She's beautiful. Yeah, thank you. And 22. You. Now you. Let's just clap for her. Let's not be ashamed. So the three of you can just see me after the session for see me for the gift. What? They don't bring the phone. Okay. For the what's your favorite color? Please, they have not done pink, so you wait. Maybe next year when we do yours. So thank you very much, guys, and
Something awesome. How you guys, so, okay, I want your honest opinion. How you guys doing so far? It's when you came in now. Are you having fun?
Yeah.
You know what I said? A bit like transforming the service is different. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
You are part of the council.
Oh.
Do you agree? Okay, now, we'll do something a bit different now. Now you have the platform. You once again, your last debate is your platform to now ask any question you want to ask or your contribution to the topic beyond work. What do you think about beyond work from your point of view? It's you. Now you get the microphone now. If you want to ask a question, I'm here. He's here. Certain here, and he is here. And also done with this. We're gonna have the party. If you want to dance, we'll move on the chairs, just enjoy ourselves, and then your way out, you pick your takeaway packs, and we'll say adios, amigos. So, questions, please, or contributions to the topic we'll discuss about beyond work. Let me prompt you. One, remember what you said, you get 5 points. From my point of view, I ask the question, why do you do the things you do? Number one. Why are you involved in the area you're involved in? 2. Why are you doing it the way you are doing it? 3. And the most dangerous one. Why are you still in that sector? Then finally, which I did not mention before, how do you sustain your passion in that sector? For me, I've sustained myself by being me, not being somebody else. I had to discover how to be Charles Tudor, not being anybody else, because I found out that God was the best brand consultant. Let me explain to you. Branding is about differentiation. You differentiate this client's brand, this brand from the next one. But guess what? When God gave you a thumbprint, do you realize that there are no 2 thumbprints on earth that are the same? Do you realize it? Do you know? So who is the first brand consultant that created us with a thumbprint that had over how many billion people on earth and nobody has the same thumbprint? No one. So it was the first brand consultant. So you can differentiate yourself by being you, because by birth and by nature, you are unique. Just be you. So the floor is yours now. What's your contribution or questions? And then we'll round it up, and we have the closing, and we have a party. Those are to stay, that stay behind and dance.
Okay, so my question is to Salem, and I want to know. I'm sorry.
Peter people, they are here.
Hold on. We don't support violence. And we have 7 bodyguards here that are ready to. If your tone is too loud, we'll be showing you that there is also another place where you can be seated to be calm. Please, let's be very professional in this meeting, please. And if anybody is speaking, you cannot do that. That's not nice. Not in this environment. You should wait and take the microphone and do that. It's not right. Please. Thank you. You're going to be doing right.
Okay, my question is, how do you build consistency and commitment in what you do? Because it's kind of hard. I just entered into the social media space recently, and just 2 videos, I'm tired. Because it's a lot of work. Plus, my work has to be people communicate. I'm a mental health coach. So my work has to be communicating. I have to talk to people, I have to do therapy and stuff. And I can't do it. It's so draining. Most times when I'm making videos and I'm like, I run out of ideas these times. I want to add tech because it's been long and I've been following your work for years now. Actually, you see that I didn't this program. I saw you on the page and it said come. And I've been following your work for years and I've seen, I know it wasn't as it was before that we could kill me and I understand. Well, how did you like stay on the walk? How do you every day? It's something else.
I think so. That's a great question. What's your name?
My name is Chiti.
Sorry?
Chiti.
I'm so glad you asked. No, sit down. I think one thing that's really important to the entire process is learning to love something about it, right? There's this thing people say about how if you find work that you know, you never have to work again in your life. Yeah, that wasn't very true for me. You know, there's so many parts of this thing that I love that I absolutely hate. You know, for example, I don't like emails. I don't like phone calls. You know, so many things, but I have to do it because of the work. But there's parts of it that I absolutely love. So I think you need to find something about the process that you genuinely love. So for me now, before I put up a post on Instagram, I genuinely proper enjoy making it. Right? There's sometimes I'm watching a video and I'm laughing. And my girlfriend said, what's point there? Like, this video is so dope. And I haven't even posted it yet. Right? So if I post that piece of content and everybody's not feeling it, that's fine because I already got a lot of satisfaction from the creative process. So tomorrow I'll move on. If nobody likes it, I'll move on and create another one, tomorrow. So I do not, even though each piece of content seems very intentional, I honestly don't attach so much importance to it after the process. After I'm done creating, I'm done with it and I'm thinking of the next one. So you mentioned again running out of ideas. One thing that helps me is I'm constantly writing down content ideas. Like since I've been here, I've written down 2 different content ideas in my phone because when an idea comes, I just write it down. I don't even that conversation. Excuse me, and I write it down because it's my way of looking out for my future self. I know that there will be times when I have a creative drought, right? I'm a human being, so the time when I don't have an idea, I don't have ideas. But go to my notes app and you'll 20 ideas there sitting down from the day when I had a whole bunch of ideas. So I would encourage you to try as much as possible to leverage your peak periods. You don't have to create every day. You know, your job is very draining. I have a close friend who's a therapist. I can imagine what it's like. It's draining, right? When you have to interact with a lot of people, listen to people, be empathetic, take on their burdens and stuff like that. So don't try to create every day. I think it's unrealistic. Make sure that you pick a day of the week, could be a weekend where you make like a couple of, when you're in the zone, leverage that peak period. Don't try to, I don't create every day. It looks like because I post every day, it looks like I create it, but I don't love work that much. Yes. So I make sure that on days when I'm in the zone, I have a lot of ideas, I'm creating more than one post as much as I can, so that I have like a backlog of. I hope that helps. Thank you very much.
Just add a bit to that because I write. When I entered advertising, the first person of my boss told me 2 things. Don't try to be you. She was tough. I got 15 memos in 1 week as a trainee. I had to ask her a question. Don't you have work? No. I asked her, Michelle, why can you spend 1 day giving memo when you're supposed to run a department? Do you get it? Because I didn't know how to write. But what she wanted was to create her in me. And I can't be her. I have to understand that I need to be me first, get the skills, and then be me. So I sought all I could suck from her, knowledge-wise, industry-wise, and then I broke my bubble and became me. I don't write like anybody else. When I want to write, I write back to back. I can write a full novel for in one night. In my phone, my iPhone, I have content that can last for now 1,000 days. I've written. That's why most of the time writers that walk around me are very frustrated because while they're trying to write, I have things I've shown them. All the content on social media is a team, but I also have my ideas, what should go on to get it. But so you need to, but they have their individuality because they know that that's their job. But it's a fusion. And there's something you said in the earlier session about creating an economy around yourself. If you want to be the only person creating your economy, you're going to die poor. You need to create an economy around you. You create an economy of other people that will act value. So you write, you pass it to somebody else, the person will review it, add value. If it's only 5 naira, just pay the person 5 naira when you make the money. But first of all, there must be trust. Because most of the problems we have in creative sector is that people don't trust each other. He took my idea. He has not paid me. He's not making my calls. He has 52 missed calls. Creative people are so busy creating that they move on. They don't know how to manage relationships. Because we're in a space. See the difference. You are creating for yourself and you forget that there's an economy around you. So he creates in his own time. And when it's at peace with himself, it creates. But if you want to go mega, you need to also look at. He has a manager. I just spoke to him before we paid him to be here. He spoke to my people. But I met him and he went after the event and he was like, oh, I said, he's really okay. Now, but he was dealing with my structure. I had an idea in my head when I started my business, but it grew beyond me because I trusted the process. So what we need in this economy now, so that you can have beyond work for your work, is to start looking at scaling up and bringing other people into your ecosystem, your personal data space, so that you can do the work that you're meant to do and bring other people that have competencies to work with you. Or else you'll not be rest. You'll become like you part of the literal director, producer, writer, drummer, actor, accountant. In fact, you're going to be put and give the one and give to everybody after the records. He will bring the camera to you. Do you understand? Those were the days of the old school. Now everything is e-money. And that's why TERAWORK. In fact, if I'm new, I should go and get yourself listed on the TERAWORK platform. It makes your life so easy. So any other collaboration you need, you can get it there. That way you don't have to employ people. You can collaborate online. Does that answer that?
Oh, yeah.
So no, you add value now. I don't know you don't know. It's yours. After this, we'll round up and let's have a party. DJ, you understand that?
Hello.
Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. My name is Pedro Guerrero. I'm Prime Minister. For my question to say Prime Minister, primarily is standing for amongst many other things. Well, my question is, I know you're big on community. I want to ask one, why? How do you do how do you maximize value in that community? Amazing. Thank you so much for that question. Why? The story of why is long for me. I started making content, was just this thing I was having fun with. Like I said, I went from an average Instagram user to someone who was getting hundreds of comments on your post. And I used to respond to everybody. Right? So if you saw 500 comments on my post, 250 were mine. I used to respond to everybody. And sometimes I'll tap on someone's profile before I respond to their comment, just so I can respond in a personal way, know who they are and all of that. Now, at the time when I was doing that, it was not a strategy. I was just grateful. I was just like, you really took 1 minute out of the 10 to watch my stuff. Thank you. time, and when I started attending courses, I realized that was the strategy in community building. And a lot of those people that I responded to, in such a personal way, these people would tell me, I've been following you for 4 years. I'm like, what's your earliest memory? Like, that time you replied my comments. I don't even remember. So those things actually went a long way. So for me, it was seeing that people could thrive and go beyond themselves just because other people decide to be in the same space. That's something I just couldn't get over, And then another experience I had, sorry if this answers, but another experience I had was one day I put up a post and it was just 3 words. I typed what's bothering you. That was the caption. And my idea, I thought people would just ask questions like, oh, how do I grow my followers? Or what do I do? Bro, it is the problem that people in this comment section. There were like 200 comments in less than 30 minutes. I don't put my phone away. I don't know who sent me. I'm not Jesus. I can't help people. But then I came back to that post like an hour or more later, and I saw something very interesting that started to happen. And that's when I decided I was going to write a book about community. People in the community were responding to one another, right? So other people would come to the post, and after reading that, they would push it to the comment section. Oh, you're going through this, send me a DM. But if you live in Abuja, I can send this to you tomorrow, send me your address. And people were like connecting, and me, I was there. So it was the first time I realized that, wow, this thing is not about me. It's about these people, but I have the responsibility to create the environment where this kind of connection can thrive. So that's the responsibility that every creator has, because community is a survival need for human beings. So that's why I carry it on my head. That's my question.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Adelaide. I'm a social media manager. And sometimes you scroll through Instagram and you see thousands of social media managers. And you feel like sometimes I just drop my phone. How am I supposed to have a voice and respond to these people? So, the question is, how do I get more visibility as, in my niche as a social media manager?
Is that for him? Did you get that?
That's a wonderful question, and it's a worry that a lot of us have. Have you guys ever noticed that a lot of the streets, there's some areas where you go and there's like 7 banks on the same street? Are they driving customers? Yes and no. Yes and no. Yes and no. I used to live in Abuja, so there's a street in Abuja where there's Chicken Republic, KFC, Charcoal. There's like 7 Domino's, Cold, they are all on the same street. It's the same thing in market too. When you go to the market, all the people that sell cheese, they are the same line. If you are selling cheese, and because you don't want to stay with people selling cheese, you're not going to stay with you're selling crayfish, you're not going to sell. Do you understand? So social media seems like it's saturated, but it's a false perspective that we have. We're not even close to saturation. How many Nigerians are there? 100 and something million. How many are on Instagram? How many even have a phone? Triggers. And we're not even close to saturation. It's a false idea we have that sometimes we used to limit ourselves, but we're not close to saturation. And I want you to know that whatever stage you're at, there's somebody that knows what you have, right? So you don't have to be an expert, you don't have to be a guru for somebody to. I don't consider myself an expert. I started this content creation thing 4 years ago. Why am I the one here talking to you? There's no reason why I should be the one, because I still learn from people like Charles and Smith Davis. Like I still look up to them. When he talks about me and saying he respects me, like he's still me. I still consider myself in the early stages of my career, but I'm still able to help thousands of people. So if you're in the 6th month of your career, there's someone who's at month 0. That person knows what you have. So if you limit yourself and say, because I'm not at his level, I'm not a veteran, I don't run a company where I have employees here. You're supposed to limit yourself, all right? So you don't need to be an expert, you don't need to be a group, you don't need to lie about who you are. You can be exactly where you are and make a hell of an impact.
Also, one more question. How many people want to speak? So there's somebody. So hold on. How many people want to speak? 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll take only 4 and we'll done. Please. So let's take all the questions at the same time. We answer all. So when you're done, we send the next person and they'll take all at the same time. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you. Good afternoon, all. My name is Lee. My question is with regards. I have a lot of questions about this as a very particular one. How do you manage your DMs? How do you convert? I mean, I feel like you have one group of DMs, and with your experience, I feel like they may be a particular way you handle it because it gets overwhelming sometimes. And I'm like, how do these people? And I see people have quite a lot of followers. I'm like, this person must have like comments and all of that. So how do you manage that? It's a bit of a problem to me because I try and a lot of times I don't do lot of DMs. You know, after I just go up to the first 2. After that, I'm done. You know, so please help me out. Thank you.
And then the second question.
Yeah, so Helen from Tamila Institute. And then it is our strategist. My question is, how do you manage it with your own as a work ethic, right? So I tried employing like 2 people or 3 people, yeah. And at the end of the day, my perspective on things or how I work is not actually how I work, especially the Gen Z mindset of people, right? So how do you deal with that? How do you manage team members?
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Julie Courage at TERAWORK. TERAWORK is worship. So my question is for you, sir. So I'm a writer. No, for you, sir. Mr. Charles. So I'm a writer, and I used to tell stories on my WhatsApp status. And so someone said, "Oh, you write so well, why don't you start? Why don't you take this thing serious?" And so I started the blog last year, December. But how do I get people to actually read my story? How do I get people to read my articles? Because sometimes I will post, I'll put so much work, and I'll just say, I even try to put it on my Instagram page, and I'll keep the link, but the click rate is really low. So how do I get people to actually read these things? So I feel like they're important. People need to read them, right? And I don't want my talent to waste. So yes, that's that. And also, how do I build the community in the writing space? And how do I make money connected on the long run? Because I get to the right on the long run.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Bukola, and I'm a content creator and social media community manager. My question is open to anyone. So I love creating content, I love expressing myself, but there are days where I just want to put my phone far away and not touch it. And then I also know that consistency is key. So how do I deal with days where I don't want to create content, but at the same time I want to stay consistent?
I want to talk about running an agency, working with agency people, or family first. One, if you define your brand, your personal brand, you need to pick the right people to work with. It's not about agency people or branding people, it's about you and your standards. If you put your standards in black and white, it will define the people that you bring into your space. Now, from your comments, I see that you need to standardize the kind of people you want to work with. But first of all, you have to ask yourself, what space are you engaged in? Define it. Separate your space from the general space, and then define the type of people you want to work with. People come into everybody's space based on their own standards, but you are all paying. So you define your standard, and everybody will comply with your standard because you are the one paying the bills. So standardize your personal brand, standardize your corporate brand, define who you are, and define the things that you do in your space. If they don't fit in, they should not come in. Never been a rich employee in everything around. Take your time. But first of all, fix who you are before you try to bring anybody to be engaged in your space, or else you are going to create a very caustic environment. I think a very simple case study. I used to get so angry many years ago because I'm very patient with people that are slow. The 4 times I broke my glass, I'll get angry, I hit the glass table. It will break and I have to replace it. The 4th one, I fixed. That day I left one thing. After I cut my wrist, I have to fix the table myself. So you get angry based on somebody's incompetence, and you break your table, you buy a big glass about 135,000 to 200,000, 13 mm, and then you will still lose the work ethic because you lost your core based on your employment standards. Pick the right people and ensure that the right people work with you. That's answer the question. I think the other person, the lady, no, I want to go to her. No, that's a question for you. How to manage here and me, I'm not in social media. That's not my area. You talked about what was the question again?
How do I get people to read?
That's it. Okay.
So you're right, I said you're right.
But you see, I have a very different approach to this social media thing. I stumbled on Twitter because I was ill at the point many years ago. So I had no work. Doctor says stay in bed. So wait for after you sleep, wake up, take medication, nowhere to go. Twitter. I started reading, and started studying Twitter. So I was enter social media by default. Already I was a writer. Yeah. So I have a very funny mentality about social media. One, I'm not interested in how many people like my page. I'm not interested in how many followers I have. It doesn't bother me. The kind of money I make for social media, a lot of people don't understand it. Because I'm not interested in the blue ribbon. So many people approach me, get the blue tick. I'm not interested. One, we went to speak, this big one standing here. We went to speak in New We had the 3 back-to-back presentations. So we went to New York, flew back to Lagos, I went to speak at the platform in 3 days. So somebody was asking me at the New Fashion Week, you keep on posting things free. Why? This is where people don't understand. I make more money from brand consulting than from social media. But when you give free, you are giving content, which is just 1/5 of what you have, or one is the minute content. So you are giving, okay, let me give you an idea. You are giving feelers of the well of your knowledge. It's like you put sugar on the floor, automatically ants will come. Some people believe that. Don't give it free. No. There's always an endless well of knowledge. So my answer to you will be, keep on writing. You're not writing because you want to learn. If you write because you want responses, that's for the wrong reasons. Write because you're having fun. Enjoy it. But you are giving snippets, but don't give too much free. You can do part 1, watch out for part 2. Don't be waiting. So there's what you call teaser and revelation. Tease people so that they will wait and they will plant for more. It's simple. But when you write for acknowledgement, you are writing for the wrong reasons. The real money will come when you don't ever expect it. They'll just call you. Made a statement about somebody, and they call him, how much you want to charge? clients approach us now, do this or come and speak anywhere, I laugh. There was a time I used to speak for 50,000. It got to 200. It got to 1 million. It got to 5 million. And I will stop at this point. You know what? Because I've always the tax people, Madam said, Madam NST here, we want tax to work down. But guess what? I can resign my job from Asphalt today and just speak, and I'll end up going to take on my bills for the next 15, 20 years. Just speaking. You know why? Because I don't write for money. I create my write-ups based on intellectualism because it attracts intellectualism. Look at your market first. What do you want to attract? The real money is not in the immediate market. And he said something. You want to, how many banks on the street? I go to the tower in Abuja at times. On that stretch, there are almost 7 banks. But I go to only one bank on that street, you believe it, and it always works. Why? Even when the bank, the parking lot is full, I tell you, I stay on the street, I'll just go there. Because of one thing, guess what? My customer experience is exceptional. Create the best experience when you are selling for the present and the future. Thank you.
Your question about DMs. I'll be very honest with you, it's something I'm still preparing on myself because it's crazy. I can't possibly get to everyone. So one thing I've done so that I can sleep well at night is forgive myself in advance. Like I just forgive myself in advance that I can't reach everyone. And then my email is in my bio. So if there's anything that's like very important, and send me an email, I'll always see an email. For my TMs, I get 100 or more of those every day. There's no way I can possibly keep up. However, now I'm considering getting an assistant. For the longest time, I had a manager, but I didn't have an assistant. So now I'm planning on getting an assistant to make sure that that is taken care of. So sometimes I need to outsource it. Another thing some people do is they make time for DMs. So in their workday, the workday of a creator or an online coach, they make time for responding to DMs, time for reaching out, time for engaging with other people's posts and stuff. If you devote 2-3 hours to DMs, I think you can keep up. For me, I've decided that that's not time that I want to invest in DMs. But if you can either outsource it or dedicate time to it daily, I think you can keep up. Also, yeah. Then your question about consistent when you're not in the role. Yeah. So the whole thing is you need to be proactive, right? You need to know wait until you don't feel that. You need to have a plan for consistency. Like I was telling you, top secret, I'm not the most hardworking person. My friends know, everybody who's really close to me knows that I work hard, but I don't like work. I don't like people that look forward to work, they want to grind hard. I don't want to grind anything. I just want to be chilling. So as much as I can, I try. I'm so efficient with how when I think about posting and all of that. So have a plan for consistency. Like I was telling him too, you don't have to create all the time. Make sure that you have posts that are stacked up. If there's any period of time where you're not posting, try creating. Don't allow your mind to associate creating with posting. Do you get what I'm saying? So the average creator of mind is thinking, creating, post, create, post, create, post. But every business, for example, let's say there's a factory that makes cornflakes. It's not the same day they make the cornflakes that they sell to distributors, that they sell to retailers. Not all of that doesn't happen one day. There's a system that makes it be like Monday is the day when we do this, Tuesday is the day when we do this, or Wednesday is the day when I've had brands that I worked with, and they'll tell you things like they're supposed to pay, and they say we only make payouts on Wednesdays. They've created a system. So every creator needs to think about what they do like in business. You need to think about it like work. Do you understand? So that you're able to create a system around it. But if you've gotten to the point where you don't feel like it, everybody who's consistent, it's not because they feel like it. A lot of times they just push themselves, they just try. You know, if we ask Inka Davis, we ask Charles, you know, what would they rather be doing today? I'm pretty sure it's not being here. Me, I just came in from Abuja last night. Now I'm tired and everything, but it's worth it, right? After everything, I'm going to run home. I gotta take it now. But for now, this is worth it. So everybody who does things, a lot of times not because they feel like it. And I know that sometimes laziness will take over. You just be like, oh, anything that wants to happen should happen. I've been there to not be there, that happens, but you want to make sure that, you know, that doesn't become your consistent habit, that doesn't become your normal. You know, so just think about it as work, think about yourself as a business, think about yourself as a company, and if there are things you need to do to help yourself think about yourself as a business, do those things. One of those things for me was getting a manager. When I got a manager, I knew that this thing is now serious, it's not a joke. There's somebody else whose livelihood depends on my willingness to show up. You know, and my manager registered a business, separated business funds from my personal funds. So if you ask me, you want to work with me now, you send money to my GT bank, to my personal GT bank account, you know. So all of that just reminds me that this is a business. I'm not just on Instagram living fake life. This is a business. Yeah, I hope that helps. Thank you.
Can you repeat your question again? Yes. Okay, oh, fantastic. Okay. How are we doing this afternoon? Community manager, don't let us hear one. He stood here, spent 25 minutes. He wants to give me, let me do it so we can close. Okay, take.
Who's try raising it for that game I played? Try raising. Are you? Oh, okay. The 22. I just deleted that, so I just want to and she's us.
No. No, she's not us like that. She's us from Ascrat, not from Terra. You can't know. No. She said, Ascrat PFC is limited. Terra is limited. We are joining the marriage of strategy, but you can't, that's not okay. Sure, okay, wait. Okay, don't worry. See, I'll take a later.
Okay, happy now. So like you said, I'm the community manager. So if I have not started buzzing your lines already, or you have not started seeing who to seek support for the freelancers and those that want to join first, feel free to reach out to me. I'll be here to assist you look forward. So people, thank you very much, and
I want to say thank you to everybody that has taken time out to come. First of all, I hope you had a good time. If you haven't had a good time, just relax more. DJ, it's dance time. Give us spinal. And from here, if you don't know your medical but DJ, let the prompt finish first. If you don't have medical checkup, go behind and do your medical checkup. But let's have fun on your way out. If you want to do photographs, feel free. If you've not signed up on the Wall of Wonder, please go down and sign our pens there. And then take your photographs on the front of the Wall of Wonder. You want to have time, you want to spend time with Salem. So, you know, it's not Salem, it's Salem. It doesn't matter. Salem. Now, it's like calling me Charles Tudor. That's not my name. My name is Charles Tudor. Let's have fun! Thank you for coming. Let's DJ. Let's dance. Hey. Thank you for coming.
Don't forget the hashtag Beyond War on Twitter. We need to overthrow the queen. We don't die. We are number 2. We need to get number 1. That kind of thing.